Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can create this in Photoshop. Some things that you'll need is, of course, somewhere to take the pictures at, like a house or living room, somewhere small that may not take a whole bunch of time to set up. And then you also need some money. So let's go draw some money here real quick. Alright. Wait, that's not how. That's a question mark. What I recommend is I'm gonna draw a quick picture, a tripod for your camera here, and this is your camera here, so that you can set up somewhere, or you could use a phone camera, but you need to make sure that it's still and it can stay at the same place. I have these grouped in different sections here, and we're going to make a whole nother picture using some of the other photographs that I've used. So let's remove that one. So this is the main one I was basing it off of, and I put my main one there. So I'm basically just showing you what I'm going to be doing. You can of course do this on your own once you get the point. Like I said before, this was not my idea. I just saw somebody do it and it looked pretty easy, so I'm just going to do a tutorial on how to do it. So first thing you want to do is open up a new, or go File, and then down to Scripts, Load Files into Stack. Here it is. Alright, so we're going to do the first half here. This is the bottom portion, and we're going to press OK. And this may take a little bit to load, so, oh, it loaded real fast actually. So I'm actually going to resize everything in here down, because this is actually a pretty big picture and it gets really laggy after a while. So I'm going to really need to resize this. I'm going to resize it probably down to like 128, I think, by 960 or something. Alright, first we gotta resize it because you can sort of see that lag. It's really bad. You don't want that. I definitely don't want it for the tutorial, but if your computer is fast enough, then yeah. There we go. Alright, so going back from the top, we have the top here. Now basically what we want to do, I think this is actually the main. So you want to switch that around. Alright, so find your main picture that you want everything to be based on. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go down to the pen tool here and go up to the top here, over by the top menu here. Click this and select path, and now we can make a selection. So you sort of want to be sort of close to all the money at first, because there's going to be a lot of money overlapping the other pieces, and I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I'm pretty good if there's shadows or whatever to clone that stuff. But I don't know, I'll probably share that if oh shoot, go back a few. This right here is the history. You can go to Windows and then history down there. That sort of helps if you like forgot something or you messed something up, and you can always go back and fix that, or create a new PSD to fix it. So there we go. Right click, make selection, press OK, no feather radius. We're going to go mask, and now it's a little bit dispositioned, so you want to fix that by rotating it and doing whatever you can to make it look pretty good. And of course, if you only stare at it for a while, you'll notice the what's wrong with the photos. So don't pay too much attention to that. Now we can always edit it and stuff later. So this is going to get really repetitive, and make sure the layers above are not visible, because that's going to ruin or make you think that the money is somewhere else when it isn't. So just gonna cut in real close there. Oops. I think that okay. Next selection. So yeah, so this is gonna get really repetitive. So I'm gonna speed it up until something interesting happens. Alright, so now we have this overlapping thing right here. So I'm going to zoom in here. And actually, before I get too far, I'm going to name this YouTube folder of stuff. So I'm going to name this first half. And we're going to merge these halves together because I did these in two different shoots. So yeah, I don't know why that one was cut off. It's a little bit weird. But that one was cut off, so we're gonna erase this and make it look like it's behind there. So do that. Alright, I think that looks like they're overlapping a little bit. And then we got the rest of the dollar bills. Oh, we see another overlapping right here too. So this happens a lot if you don't get your selection accurate enough. You don't want to go wild with it. But you don't also have to like make sure it's like perfect, unless you really want to. But now we're out here together with nothing standing. Oh, let's take a look at everything so far. So we got another thing here. You always want to go back to make sure that there's nothing wrong with your pictures here. That was that one. That's messy. That's really messy. We're going to move this one a little bit this way so that some of that doesn't get ruined. Alright. And then we're going to remove this a little bit. There we go. Alright. What is that? Alright, that one's that one. Yeah, you always want to go back a little bit to make sure that you're not screwing yourself up too bad. And, yeah. So, if you're liking this video, don't forget to leave a like. Because I've never actually done one of these videos where it's, like, a really long time. And I really do like photo manipulation kind of stuff. So, it's sort of fun. So I guess one of the hardest things about doing this is remembering where you went. Now, sometimes if you do it in the middle, you can always move it other places too. But just keep that in mind also while doing this. Bad idea to do that. So control backspace, and that's the black. And then we're going to press Control I while having it on the tab there, and now get rid of this guy. Now we have the armrest here, and I think I did it like that. Yeah, I did it like that. And then we had some other thing right here. But that looks somewhat clean. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Alright. Oh, there it is. Alright. Let's do this real quick. Now this happens in like every the other photo, which I'm not really sure why I did this, but it has this like scrape here. I don't know. Let me disable that. I don't know what that is. It just seems to be on the other pictures too. Let's try and get it up close. And there we go. Perfect. And that edge there maybe looks a little bit weird. Let's go fix that real quick. Oops. Other way. There we go. It should be a little bit sharper now. Alright. This feeling's got me on fire. Don't ever leave.
Can you feel the attraction?
Now, one of the things I forgot to tell you is you can use tape for the walls and other places, um, for like the chair here, which we're going to get to in the second part of this whole thing. Perfect. Alright, perfect. So we got the chair. Now I'm going to put this in a separate group. Oh, yep, that's the problem. That's a problem there. So we're going to move that all the way down to the bottom there, and you can also see that there's a little spot there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I think those are all the chair ones. So this is going to be marked chair, and this is going to go with this chair too, and also the middle here. And that's the couch area, so we're gonna group that later on too. But now we have the chair that we can fully on-off switch it. Now, how am I gonna do this? I think the chair can go all the way at the top because there should be nothing that should go over top it. But we got to keep that on in mind when we're doing this too. So this is the floor all along there. But once we're finished with the floor, we'll put that. Let's turn the chair off, actually. Oh, we actually have one more left. We'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. Alright, let's do this. Is this because this here is, you can't really see it, but if that's the only thing we got for that, I might change that. So I think that's going to end part 1 of 2. The other part will be the couch and some floor and the rest of the place. Alright, welcome back to part 2. And I'm just importing my files like we did last time so that we can hurry everything up. And just wait a little bit. Alright, press OK. And there's a picture of me. Let's just speed forward a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to quickly resize this into a smaller file. Alright, so I have everything done. Now let's move this main one into this second one and position it. Alright. Now, put this one down there. And we'll worry about the overlapping later. So right now, it's sort of messed up. Going to be too precise because I've done this before, and you can probably do this on your own. So yeah, it's always nice to be around a bunch of things because then you can align it later and get it the way you want it to look. So I'm just going to do that and then make selection, and yeah. So we're basically just redoing this whole entire thing over and over again, and it's basically what I did in the first half, but now we're just completing the rest of it, and you want to make sure that the shadows are pretty much the same, or else it will look weird. And you can always like erase using a mask to erase all those small little details, or like shadows that don't belong or whatever. Alright, now we're on the chair. Now this part, you just really need to look at the creases to make sure that it doesn't look weird afterwards. And you might want to move them over a little bit if you can, to make room with the other monies. And I can sort of see now that I messed up a little bit, but we'll just go on to the next one. Alright, so now this is the top of the chair, and this is probably one of the most difficult parts, or like one of the like areas where you have to make sure that you get everything closed in, and like pretty close together if you want even more stuff around it. Like on the top, that empty space there, we're even going to fill that, so just something to keep in mind. Alright, so as you can see, I have that cut out. Now the pillow's a bit messed up, so I'm going to take the pillow. I'm going to select the pillow, and then just so that I can have a nice area where I can put the money behind, and you probably wouldn't even notice. But the pillow is basically a mask in front of everything. Alright, so if you didn't see what I did with the last one, I traced the pillow, the original pillow, on the main picture, and I just made a selection and then made a new layer, control backspace, um, and then I just masked everything onto that so that it would sort of be smooth next to the real pillow, and it just looks a lot nicer. Alright, so now I'm going to enable all the pictures with all the money, and just so that we can get everything in there. And this is the second part, all of the second part that we did, probably more than the first part, but the same idea as the first part. And yeah, so now what we need to do is we need to merge all the images, and there might be a little bit of some issues like with the wall there, and we can just fix that up by selecting even closer or using a mask, or trying to find those layers and move them back again, and that will fix it. So we have the first part here, and we're going to move all of this stuff, all the layers, the two layers that we have, and move them to, we're going to group them and then move them to this side, and there we go. Now it's not fully complete. You sort of want to line it the best you can to whatever you can do. Now there's going to be some like mess ups in some areas that you will have to fix, and you'll just have to reorder it the way you want to, like the floor goes with the other floor, and yeah. That's going to do it for this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you guys learned maybe something about Photoshop in this. It was pretty fun to do, although my recording in Premiere didn't work out so well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So see you guys in the next video. Leave suggestions on something cool I could do, or yeah. See you guys next time.